everyone. This is DrB and
MrsB.
And we are actually going to do, I'm an anthropologist, by the way, and
I'm an independent art scholar.
Welcome to our special DrB and MrsB Empty Nester podcast show. What do you think about that, Mrs. B?
Wow, we went from video to podcast to video.
Oh, wow.
You do it all.
This is going to be great. And we're coming on this podcast show, just to let you know that we are going to keep these podcast shows around 5 minutes on a particular topic. Just 5 minutes of fun interactions, but it's all about being an empty nester, Mrs. B.
Empty Nester's lifestyle, earned our stripes, and everybody's having their life.
There you go. Now, we're going to get started just throwing this out real fast that we want to make sure we cover a lot of the issues short and sweet. And so, I was thinking, Mrs. B, once we got our beautiful 3 adult children on their professional way and they're independent, living their lifestyles, and it dawned on me, we're in a new phase of life, Mrs. B. We are starting empty nester lifestyle. And it hit me maybe a couple of months after our youngest one permanently left. How did you feel, Mrs. B, when that moment came when our youngest one went off to graduate school and he's doing very well, and now we are here, just you and I, in our home?
Well, I felt, thank goodness, I'd say overall thank goodness. I felt happy, relieved, a little worried at the same time because I wanted to make sure our youngest one, youngest adult child, by the way, they're all 23 and up in age groups, was safe. But so did I think that for the older adult children.
Yeah.
And knowing that this will always be their family home and family home wherever we are and we travel.
We got that.
You move on to the next phase of empty nester's lifestyle.
So how did you feel when it hit you?
When it hit me, melancholy, sentimental, not a sense of loss like you would think.
Oh, okay.
No sense of loss.
Oh.
I knew that we had raised children to be well-rounded, spectacular, great human beings, excellent in character and persons.
We know all that, but how did
Great
you feel at that
compliments.
moment? Come on.
How did I feel at that moment? Come on. I'd say I felt happy, thankful, grateful, and relieved.
There you go.
That's how I felt, Dr. B.
Well, it hit me too, and it wasn't about relief. I was having a party. I was having a party, y'all. It hit me. I said, no longer do I have to go around here and check on this kid, that kid. I can do my thing with Mrs. B.
That's a daddy. That's a daddy.
So yes, Dr. B, I was like having my own little party. I'm an empty nester party. I'm sorry, I had to be real, y'all. That's what it hit me.
That's true.
And I just said, hey, it's time to really get back to, yes, my old school type of way and having fun. Even though I missed them, but you know,
oh yeah,
it's time,
definitely
it's
missed.
time, it was
definitely
time
missed
to
them
get
all the time.
Back in being me, Dr. B.
Yeah, remembering who you are before children, remembering who you are when you go on dates while you had children, and remembering who you are afterwards, and all the changes and life journeys you go through along the way to get to this point. To be thankful that they're all grown and alive and making their way in the world and making sure there's protection there. And that's how I looked at it too. The world keeps attaching you back to being a role, only one role of mother and father. You are so many roles.
You're so many roles.
So
and
many
we
styles.
are going to go into so many different issues.
Yes.
This is our first Dr. B and Mrs. B Empty Nesters podcast show. What do you have to say, Mrs. B?
Hey, I am proud to be a empty nester female woman and happy. And I'm happy that great success and the kids are on their way to adult children. Wonderful. Wish them all the success.
There you go,
and
Mrs.
always,
B. There you go, Mrs. B.
always family.
Miss B is relieved and always family.
Always.
I'm getting my party group.
Love,
on,
love,
y'all.
love.
Thank you very much. This is Dr. B and Mrs. B podcast show.
Podcast show.
Peace out, everyone.
Peace out.